on the pedals. Okay, then only the bicycle is moving in forward direction. Okay, now see. So it is the force that sets an object in motion. The pull or push on an object is called force. What is a force? The pull or push on an object. For example, if this is an object. Okay, if I keep it here and if I move it in opposite direction, it is nothing but push. If I drag it off, then it is pull. Okay, the push and pull of an object is called as force. Okay, what is a force? The force is nothing but, when a force is applied, it is nothing but the push or pull of an object is known as force. Okay, now the next example. A horse or bull pulls the cart. Sometimes when the load is heavy, it is pushed from the back to make it move. Sometimes we see an empty swing moving when the wind blows. Here the wind applies force on the swing, so force is needed to move an object. What do? You have seen many times that the swing moves by its own sometimes, right? So what happens there? The wind, when the wind blows heavily, it makes the swing move in forward and backward direction. That is why the swing moves in oscillation, okay, to and fro motion. Understood? So wind is applying force here. When you come to bullock carts, horse carts, bull's carts, when lot of load is there on the cart, some people go out and they push the cart. Why do they push? So that the vehicle move in forward direction. They apply force on the cart. Okay? That is why the cart moves. Now, when you want to stop a bicycle, what do? You apply the brakes. You apply force again. What do? Now you are moving a cycle. Okay? If you want to stop the bicycle, what do? You keep on moving. No. You'll apply brakes. Okay? What do? You apply brakes. If you apply brakes, then only the bicycle will come to rest. Rest is nothing but it will stop. Okay? So there also you are applying force again. Okay? When you play hockey, cricket or football, whatever games you play, you catch the ball, you throw the ball, whatever activity you do, you apply force there also. Okay? Force exists there. Now, we have seen your mummy making a roti. What does she do? She first makes a dough. Okay? She'll make a, what does she do? She'll make, when we make roti, we take a ball of flour and roll it out flat by applying force. What your mama does, first she makes the dough and she makes a ball. Then she keeps it on the, what do you say? You try to roll it off. What your mother do here? She is applying force there so that the round ball turns into a round chapati. Okay? Now, so what can we say now? Force is required to make a stationary object move. In the first example, we have seen that to move a bicycle, force is applied. Okay? To stop the bicycle, force is applied. Okay? So, force is required to make a stationary object move. Force is needed to stop a moving object. Force is needed to change the direction or speed of the moving object. Force is also needed to change the direction or to change the speed of the object. Okay? If you want to move the bicycle in fast, you are trying to move the bicycle very fastly, then you will start moving the pedals very fastly. So, there also force is required. Force can change the size and shape of an object. What do the force do? It changes the shape and size of the object. Okay? Now, we are having different types of forces. We have learned that force is nothing but the push or pull of an object is called as force. Now, force are classified into different types. So, the first one is magnetic force. Okay? It is the force exerted by magnets on each other and on objects and on some metals like iron and nickel. What is magnetic force? We are having different types of force. Okay? Forces are of different types. Gravitational force. In this, what happens in this force? Now let's see. It is the force with which objects pull one another. It is the gravitational force that keeps us bound to the earth. In this gravitational force, what happens? This gravitational force pulls the object and keeps it bounded. Bounded is nothing but to keep it attached. Okay? So we are attached to the ground. We move on the ground. Okay? Why are we able to move? This is because of gravitational force. Because gravitational force keeps us bounded to the ground. That is why we are able to move on the ground. If not, we will fall. Okay, if this force is not there, then we will fall. Understood? Now, the next third one, muscular force. Muscular force. What is this muscular force now? Muscular force is nothing but when you do a physical activity such as you are jumping, you are moving a table, you are walking, you are pulling a rope. What do? Your muscles, your energy is required there. Okay? There also a force is applied. That force is nothing but muscular force. Understood? What is the muscular force? From the name itself, we are coming to know that muscular force is nothing but our muscles. Okay? When we do a physical activity or physical work, then this force comes into work. Okay? Now, the next one. Fourth thing, frictional force. Frictional force. What happens in this force? Frictional force is nothing but it makes the stop objects to come into rest. Nothing but it makes the object to come to a stop position. If it is moving, then it makes the chalk to stop at a specific position. Now see, the chalk had come to a rest position. Why did it come? Because of frictional force. Okay, frictional force, it helps the object to make it stop at one place. When you are rolling a ball, you have thrown a ball and it started rolling over. So after some time, always it will be rolling only. It will come to rest position. Okay, it will stop at a particular time. So that there the frictional force come into use. Okay. Now, frictional force or friction is the force that tries to stop objects sliding across each other. What does it do? It stops the object. Friction slows down objects or stops them from moving. It stops the object from moving. If it is moving, the frictional force stops the object. That's it. Okay. Now, we are having advantages and disadvantages of frictional force. Okay. There are the uses and there are the disadvantages, merits and demerits of frictional force. So let's see what are the advantages and disadvantages. Advantages. The friction between our shoes, our feet and the floor makes it possible for us to walk. We are able to walk on the ground. I am walking. Why am I able to walk? This is because of frictional force. Okay. When water is there, if water is there, you will slip on it. Okay. But if you are wearing a shoe, if you keep your leg very carefully, then you won't fall because of frictional forces. If there is no frictional force, then you will fall. Okay. You are able to walk, cycle, hold or writing. Whatever you are doing, it is because of frictional force. You are able to hold the pen because of friction. You are able to walk. You are able to run. You are able to jump. These all activities are because of frictional force. Okay. Now, disadvantages. Friction also has some disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of friction? You have seen the tires of a vehicle? Yes. a tire. Now this tire will be having spikes, okay? You have seen it? I think that you know it very well. So this spikes brings the vehicle to come to a rest position. It makes the vehicle to stop on a particular place. Okay? Here frictional forces apply. If this is not there, then what happens? The vehicle slips, okay? Because of absence of the frictional force. Understood? Yes. Now, work. When we say we are working, we mean we are doing a job. When you say that I am working, what do you do? I am doing work. What does it mean? That I am doing a particular work. I am doing particular job. Okay? But in the language of science, work has a different meaning. But when it comes to science subject, it is having a different meaning. In general way, you say that I am working. What does it mean? I am doing some work. I am doing a job. But when it comes to science, it is having a completely different meaning. So what is the meaning? Work is said to be done when a force applied on an object makes it move in the direction of the force. What is work now? When force is applied, the work is said to be done when the force and the work are in same direction. For example, if the force is applied in this direction, then work is said to be done only when the work and the force are in same direction. Okay? Force is applied in this direction and the work is also applied in this direction. Then only the work is said to be done. If the vehicle moves, then work is said to be done. Understood? Now, page number 104. Simple machines. So let's see, what are the simple machines? We often use tools to make our work easier. What do we do? The objects all around us helps us reduces our work. They help us in one or the other way. So such tools are said to be simple machines. For example, blade is there, scissor, screwdriver, knife. These objects help us, okay? It helps us to chop the vegetables, to cut an apple. Here knife is a tool or a simple machine. What are all these objects? They are nothing but simple machine. Now, simple machines can be grouped into 6 types. Simple machines, these tools can also be classified into different types again. We have classified the force in 4 types. Now, when it comes to simple machines, they are also classified into different kinds. So, what are they? The lever, the pulley, the lever, the pulley, the wheel, and the axle, the inclined plane, the screw, and the wrench. So these are all, what are they all? They are the kinds of simple machines. The lever, the pulley, the wheel, the axle, the inclined plane, the screw, the wrench. So now we are going to learn each of them in detail. So let's go. The lever. When we find it difficult to open a tin lid, we use the handle of a metal spoon to force the lid open. What do you do when a can or a container is not opening? What do? You take a spoon and you try to pull it. You push the lid of the container with the help of metal spoon. The spoon acts as a simple machine. So what is acting as a simple machine here? The spoon, which is trying to open up the lid of the container. Okay. The lid moved. It is called the load. And the point where the spoon meets the tin lid and causes it to move is called the fulcrum. The top end of the spoon, when we apply force, is called the effort. The topmost, this is the effort, and this is the load. And when the container opens up, then it is called as fulcrum. Okay. Now, kinds of liver. We are having different kinds of liver. We have learned about liver. Now, in this also we are having different kinds. What are they? First class liver, second class liver, and third class liver. So, in the first class liver, the fulcrum is in between the force. Fulcrum is nothing but, what did I say? In the example of the container spoon, we have seen that when the container opens up, the lid, it causes it to move. It is called the fulcrum. When the lid moves, then it is called the fulcrum. So here, in the first class level, where does the fulcrum come? It comes between the force and the load. It comes between the force and the load. So see your children. You are able to see? Yes. So here comes the fulcrum. This is the load and this is the effort. So this is the first class lever. Now when it comes to second class lever, the load is between the fulcrum and the effort. Now the fulcrum is present in middle and in the tip, and the load is in between and the effort is at the last. So load is in between the fulcrum and effort. Here the fulcrum was in the middle. Here the load is in the middle. Now, third class lever. The effort is between the fulcrum and load. The effort is in between the fulcrum and load. So what we have seen in the three different levers, three different classes of levers. In the first one, the fulcrum is in between the effort. And in the second one, the load is in between the fulcrum and effort. And in the third one, the effort is in between the fulcrum and load. So here see the example. It is holding a block of ice. So the ice is nothing but the load. It is the effort and it is the fulcrum. So here effort is coming in between the load and fulcrum. Here the fulcrum is coming in between the effort and load. Here load is coming in between the effort and fulcrum. Here fulcrum is coming in between load and effort. Understood? Now, inclined plane. So what is inclined plane? Inclined plane is nothing but it is in this direction. It is inclined at an angle. Okay? An inclined plane is a simple machine used to move objects to a higher place. What does it do? It moves the object to a higher place. Okay? A ramp, slide, ladder, etc. are examples of inclined plane. You have seen the slope. When you move a ramp, you slide, ladder. Okay, they are all the examples for inclined plane. Now, 106. Screw. Now comes the screw. A screw is also a simple machine. It is also a simple machine. You have seen the screw, nails, key lines, that. It helps us in doing work easily. Driving a screw with a screwdriver is much easier than hammering an ordinary nail with hammer. If you fit a nail in the wall, rather than using a hammer, you can use a screwdriver. It is much easier than the hammer. Less force is applied there. Now, pulley. Pulley is nothing but when you pull out the water from a well, you apply a force there. Then the roller will be having this, here, in this way a bucket will be attached. So if you pull it off, then the bucket comes up and you get the water. So this is nothing but pulley. Now wedge. Wedge, the work on the principle of an inclined plane. The wedge is nothing but it works on the principle of inclined plane. This inclined plane. Now, wheel and axle. A wheel and axle consists of a wheel mounted rigid upon an axle or a drum. The larger wheel rotates around a smaller wheel. Example are bicycle wheels and steering wheel of a car. What is the example given? The bicycle wheels and the steering wheels of a car. The larger the wheel, it rotates around a smaller wheel. Fear is nothing but the energy here. Now, televisions, fans, washing machines, music systems, computers, they are all the appliances that work on electricity. Fans, washing machine, fridge, AC, cooler, everything, tube light, they all work with the help of, on the principle of what? They use electricity. So that is why here electrical energy is used. Living things get energy from food. From where do we get energy? We get energy if we eat food. Okay. So food gives us energy. Plants get energy from sunlight. Plant gets energy from moon. They get energy from sunlight. So energy is the basis for everything. You cannot do work without energy. Can we do work without energy? No, we cannot. So energy is compulsory when it comes to work. Okay. Now, energy is thus defined as the capacity to do work. Energy can finally be defined as the capacity to do work. The capacity, the ability of a person to do the work is nothing but energy. Okay? If we are having a vehicle, if we have lot of fuel in it, diesel is there, then the vehicle can move to a very large distance. But if the petrol is very less in the vehicle, can it move to a longer distance? No. After some time it will come to a stop position, right? So, energy is the capacity to do work. The more energy you will be able to do, the more work. Now, plants prepare their food with the help of sunlight. When men or animals eat plants, they get biochemical energy. When animals eat plants, what do they get? They get biochemical energy. The energy that men and animals get from the food they eat is changed into muscular energy. When you take in the food we have eaten, it changes into what? It changes into muscular energy. Then only we are able to do work. We will pull the wire, we will push the table. All the activities are done with the help of food, the food we eat, which gives us energy. So which helps them to work. Energy is used up when work is done. If you are having energy, then only you will be able to do work. If the energy comes to an end, you will not be able to do work. So the more you eat, the more you will get energy, you will become strong, and then only you will be able to do more work, and very fast you will be able to do the work. Okay? Very active, you will be very active. So, some forms of energy are. What are the some forms of energy? Solar energy, chemical energy, wind energy, mechanical energy, and hydroelectric power. So, they are the types of energy. Okay. So, see here the example. Solar energy is nothing but solar cooker. Chemical energy, windmill, hydropower, and electric cooker. This works with the help of electrical energy. This works on the basis of solar energy. This works on the basis of wind energy. When the wind blows, this wind moves around and it gives energy. Hydropower is nothing but mechanical energy, hydroelectric power. So here water is used. Okay? So by this we have completed our lesson. Force, work and energy. What we have learned about force, we have learned about work, we have learned about different types of force, different simple machines, okay, different kinds of simple machines, the inclined plane we have learned, and what else we have learned? We have learned about energy also, kinds of levels we have learned, first class level, second class level and third class level. In the first class level, what was coming in between? Fulcrum was coming, very good. In the second class, what was coming in between? The load was coming in between. And in the third class level, what was coming? Tell me what was coming there? In the third class level, the load was coming. And in the second class level, yes, in the second class level only, the load was coming. And in the third class, it was the effort which was coming in between load and fulcrum. Understood, children? So I am going to send the question answers and keywords in the group. We are going to complete that. We are going to do your homework. That is going to be your homework. Today we are going to finish our 14th lesson. Understood? I am I'm going to send you question answers, keywords, and if possible objective also. You are going to complete everything in your class notebook and in your term. Okay? I'll meet you tomorrow, children. Read this lesson, go through once. If you are having any doubts, let me know. I'll clear your doubts. Take care. Have a good meal. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Stay